The process of getting older or aging is a phenomenon that most people, both men and women, young and old, are trying to understand so that they cannot be caught unawares. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of the Skin Therapy Show, as we will be discussing makeup and aging. And once again, welcome to the Skin Therapy Show. I'm your host, Sarah Ndanu, and I'm here with the so gorgeous Mrs. Zoe Muller. Welcome to the show once again.
Thank you, Sarah.
Really nice to see you.
I'm glad to
How
be back.
have you been?
I'm well, thank you.
Zoe, as known, please just tell us what you do and how long you've been doing this for.
I've been in the industry about 30 years. I've worked locally and abroad, and I was fortunate, if I say early, to start in the industry at a very young age, and I was exposed to a lot. I also worked in very big companies and also interacted with quite a lot of brands that are not also here in Kenya. So I believe I do have a lot of information.
Yes, 30 years is a long time, you know.
Yeah, I think I do have a lot of information.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if I may just put you on the spotlight, you mentioned that you've been in the industry for 30 years. How old are you? I know women don't like talking about
Okay, I don't have nothing to lie about my age, but I'm close to 50. I'm turning 46 this year.
What is your secret?
Skincare. Skincare. Literally, skincare, good health, diet, nutrition. That's it, lifestyle.
Okay.
Yeah.
On this week's episode of the Skin Therapy Show, we are talking about aging and makeup. Let's demystify aging. In your own words, what is aging?
Okay, aging for me is, I can't just generalize it, but you age depending on how your life, how you spend your life, and the journey you come and what you use. Because number one, you could age at a very young age. Start aging at the age of 14-year-old. So that means you can't stop the aging process of the skin, but you can slow it down with nutrition and with skincare.
All right.
Yeah.
So we see a lot of people nowadays are trying all things possible to make sure that they're looking young and they're staying young, to the extent that they're doing plastic surgeries. What is your view on that?
Number one, when it comes to I would separate it. I would say plastic surgery is on the surgery side, but you can do plastic surgery with skincare and makeup, because number one, it's internal and then external. So, but because we've watched a lot of TV and we're seeing a lot of treatments being done, number one, we're not well informed. So we quickly get probably some money and you quickly run to a surgeon and you want to look like somebody. So my, I think advice will be, number one, start with yourself. Do you know who you really are?
Have you ever tried Botox?
No, I haven't, but I use
What
Botox
is your view
every
on
day.
it?
Botox, okay, I don't want to bring down the industry. No, I know a lot of people believe in it, but what is Botox? A lot of people don't understand what Botox is. Number one, you want to stop aging, is like wrinkles. We are injecting into the wrinkles to puff it up. But many people think, okay, fine, it's permanent. But we can introduce Botox in different ways, as I'm emphasizing. Botox, yes, as a treatment and commercially being done. There's Botox with the needles and there's Botox with the creams. So it's a personal choice.
It's a personal choice.
Yes.
So you're choosing to stay safe with this one.
Yes, and then it's a miracle because you want 24 hours. We don't have patience, so you want it done it now. Yeah. So now is good, but what's going to happen? You're going to age faster than you did if you can't maintain it. So I tell people, by the time you're engaging yourself to any beauty treatment, make sure you can afford it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. What are the home remedies that you can recommend for someone to keep that flawless young look?
A lot has been said about home remedies, and I still emphasize it's in to out, because number one, you have to take inside so that you can build and regenerate the cells from your nutrition, your diet, and then you can do the external.
Yeah. So to summarize, what you've said is that it is more about your diet than anything else.
Yes,
it has nothing to
definitely.
do with. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Now, for someone who's looking at starting into taking care of their skin to avoid, having wrinkles and whatnot, what age would you recommend for them to start using most of these products that we have out there?
Okay, teenage, 13 or even 12, earlier now, because what has happened, the environment's changed, the ozone layer, we see a lot of also products being sold, and these girls, or let's say teens, are more enlightened now, and we all want to watch what's on TV and translate it immediately. So guidance when they are young and before they break out, if they're going to get any acne. So 12-year-old is good to introduce a proper skincare regimen, and at least from there you get from young, because number one, there's what's formulated for the teenage, and there's what now as we grow older for us, because you're not a baby. I see a lot of people using, baby products.
Yes.
You're more exposed to the
love the baby
environment.
oil.
Yeah, but they're formulated for the baby. The baby is not exposed to the
so
environment.
So they don't help me if I use them
No,
at
they
my
don't.
age?
They don't.
Oh, okay.
They will look like they're working, but they're formulated for the baby. This reason being, the baby is not exposed to the environment. So they're gentle. So you're exposed to a lot of environmental damage. So you want results. You want to target a few, concerns in your skin. So that means you have to target a product that is going to give you results. So I think age, that's what the misconception is. We don't know what to use. It's so much on the shelves.
We are a very lost society, We do not know what to use, or maybe we do not have that knowledge, or experts out there to tell us at this particular age, this is what you're supposed to be using. Do not use this, or do that, or do the other. So definitely we need people like you to speak out more and to tell us, to guide us through this process. We at the Skin Therapy Show do believe in home remedies. That is why my co-host Rezen is going to take us through some of the home remedies that we recommend from the Skin Therapy Show. Do not go so far.
As is the norm, here's a summary of all that we have discussed on the show. You can take a pen and a paper and get going. Thick foundation. There's nothing that adds years to your face than a thick foundation. Make it as natural as possible. Heavy concealer. The skin under the eyes gets thinner as we age, making thick cover-up look like concrete. Keep it light, preferably use a brush. Face powder. Limit powder use to the nose area and chin. On other parts of the face, it exaggerates wrinkles and can make skin look too dry. And finally, major lipstick. Bright colors, dark shades, and anything metallic or iridescent are too heavy for thinning lips. Instead, choose neutral rose shade and consider switching from a lipstick to a sheer gloss. That's enough for today. If you still have more questions, hit us up on our social media pages, and our experts will definitely be getting back to you in our subsequent episodes. This is the Skin Therapy Show.
Thank you, Rezen, for those important tips. I'm your host, Sarah Ndano, and we're still here at the Skin Therapy Show with my guest, Zoe Muller. Zoe, how important is it for one to know the kind of product they are using on their skin to prevent aging?
Aging is a very wide topic. In this sense, as I told you, aging starts at a very young age. But if we focus on the aging mature skin, number one, we have to know the foundation. We have to understand why the skin, what the skin is, and how it ages. So many people sell products. Some of them we're going out shopping and we don't know why we're buying the products. So I would like to just give a small introduction. The skin has two major layers that we're working with the skincare products. The dermis, that is the top layer of your skin that we always see. The epidermis, sorry. And the dermis is the second layer of the skin, living layer. So most of the products that we're selling on the shelves, they are formulated to work on the epidermis because that's what we're seeing. The dermis is a living layer whereby most of the treatment skincare are penetrating deeper to repair the skin. That's why they say beauty skin deep. Yeah. So if you know, number one, your skin type and this kind of skincare to use, then you're good to go for makeup. And with the skincare, I believe for me it's been ignored. We focus a lot on the makeup, so the skincare is the key. Yeah, as I said, with the nutrition and then the skincare, then we can go on the makeup.
Okay.
It's a good fun.
So, Zoe, how does one identify the kind of skin they have? Because it is very important before you start using these products on our faces, it's very important for you to know my kind of skin before you use it. How can one identify this? The
basic ways of identifying your skin type. Number one, oily. Everyone thinks they've got oily skin because that means if you're shining, doesn't mean you have oily skin. You could have dehydrated skin that is trying to break out oil, so it shines. You see, I would say older generation, they'll sit by the fireplace and you find the legs are really shiny and there's no moisture level. You can't say they're oily, they're actually dry, actually dehydrated. So I would say number one, for oily skin, you have an oily T-zone. Yeah, on the cheeks breaking out most of the time, or oil popping out after 15-10 minutes of putting in your moisturizer in the morning, and you have open pores. That's an oily skin. Combination, T-zone, yeah, cheekbones, the nose, you always break out oil and you're always patting all the time, but the rest of the face is dry. And then flaky and dryish, dull skin, more on the drier side. So if you put a moisturizer, it's not really, you can't get enough. You keep feeling like my face is really tight and I need more moisturizer. Yeah. For normal skin, they're safe, but they hardly use anything. Most of them are caught up with using nothing, but later on in life, they spend more money in the beauty, in the spas, because they're trying to repair the worn out tissues because of the treatments, what they ignored. So they would end up suffering a lot more with freckles and age spots. Yeah, because of lack of moisture. It doesn't mean they have flawless skin or no troubled skin. They can't get away with it when it comes to aging, later mature skin.
All right, we will now take a short commercial break. Do not go so far.
I would like to demonstrate or explain what you need for a makeup session.
She's already cleansed, so her face is ready to start with the makeup.
Before you start with the makeup, you have to identify her skin type. Her skin type today, we have a mature skin.
Yes.
And we also have her oily combination skin. So we are going to consider makeup that is going to be water-based and also to balance the cheekbones where it's a bit dry and the T-zone that is a bit oily.
I'll start with doing her foundation first, the one that complements her skin, because as you know, we really have to get a foundation that blends with the skin, so that she doesn't look like she's trying to get
younger.
Yeah, it's just to maintain the look. Okay.
We're going to use makeup that is also firming. Because of the age, we are going to focus on anti-aging and firming because it gives you a flawless finish and also firms. Because as we age, we know we lose a lot of natural body oils. So firming is very relevant. You want a celebrity look, there's ways we play around with makeup. You use makeup to clean makeup and we use makeup to add or remove age.
We've used the oil-based foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, and again, I'll try to compart it more on her eyes, because you know her eyes are like slightly darker. So we'll have to compart them very well so that she can have a nice look. And I'll advise
still natural.
Yeah, still, and she's looking natural. So again, it's advisable when you're doing the foundation, you slightly drop it towards your neck so that you can have the same look. Because if you only just do it here, you look
it's like a mask.
It's like a mask. You look like a mask, like maybe you've just added something. I'm going to use the loose powder, at least to prevent some sheen, because I can see her face is really oily.
You don't want to go shimmery on the mature skin because it will emphasize any wrinkles, lines and wrinkles. But we have used a concealer, definitely a base for the eyes. So we want to keep her quite natural.
The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put a lipstick on her, and we'll have like a slightly dark shade for her lips.
Yes, I think for older women, we like the plums. And for also with her complexion and what you're wearing today, you'll complement that. Fuchsia pink, you have something quite fuchsia.
I'm using slightly some foundation to define the lips, because sometimes we'll find some women like they don't know to do it very well with the lip liner. So you can also use like the foundation, you just slightly pass it through.
It gives that fine finish.
And it gives you the fine finish on the lips so that the lips doesn't look like they're bleeding.
Welcome back to the Skin Therapy Show. I'm your host, Sarah Ndano, and I'm still here with the gorgeous Mrs. Zoe Mola. Zoe, tell us the advantages and the disadvantages of makeup.
Number one advantage is they protect your skin from environmental damage. They have moisturizers, so they keep your skin well moist and protect, also slow down the aging process of the skin. That means your makeup should be well formulated, meaning there are other makeups that you can wear that can age your skin too. Yeah. So number one, the key is, who am I buying my makeup from? Is it genuine makeup? Is it gone through the proper test and formulation? For example, if you're working in the kitchen, number one, what kind of makeup? Do you need to wear any? Because for hygiene reasons, number one. Your oily skin probably prone because of the environment you're working in, the oils, yeah? So number one disadvantage will be, if you're wearing any, are you gonna cleanse it off? How are you gonna take it off? Because it's going to go back into the pores and make you break out.
What is the correlationship between aging and makeup?
Makeup normally is used to enhance one's beauty, protect from environmental damage, UV rays, because makeup literally is moisturizers that have got color in it. Yeah, we have different kinds of makeup. There's technology, as I said earlier on. Always, we have tinted moisturizers. It's just moisturizer with tint in it that gives you a flawless look or a bit healthier skin, and also it adapts to your skin tone, so you look like you're not wearing any makeup. Yeah. Also protective. You see, the ingredients they put when they're doing formulations is critical, because number one, it depends on where you're wearing it, and this is another balance I need to bring in as well. There's skincare and makeup you can use abroad, and there's skincare you'd use here, because we have tropical weather. Yes. Yeah, we have 4 seasons abroad, and we have hard water, we have soft water. So what am I using that if I use, the oil will not break, you know? Yeah. Because of the soap, because of the soft water. So I believe there's a lot of education needed before we start using any skincare. And it's good to see a specialist.
A lot.
Yeah.
Because I think most of us just see what other people are using out there, especially celebrities who are such influencers. And we go to the stores, grab them and start using it on ourselves without knowing or having that knowledge that some of these products cannot do good, you know, or go well with the African skin. Yeah, and we are seeing you have quite a bit going on, quite a lot going on here.
I have a brush cleaner.
Okay.
Yeah, this is mostly ignored when it comes to wearing makeup or cleaning up your tools of trade. We've had complaints many times. We wear makeup, but what I would like to say is makeup, number one, produces one of the most dangerous fungi. Personal hygiene for me is very important, because number one, how your makeup bag looks will also definitely show more about you.
How clean you are.
Yes, because number one is personal grooming. So we have to start. We are using this makeup, for instance, makeup artists, we are using this makeup on different people. Yeah, who come on set. They're models who are coming in. We are sharing cosmetics, so we have to clean. So number one, I say I'm not, I believe makeup cleaners are number one when it comes to doing makeup, and also disposable. Try and use a lot of disposables, because number one, you're not going to contaminate the next client. If, for instance, they have conjunctivitis that you get a lot because of the eyeliners, make sure you sharpen the eyeliner after using it, if you're going to use it on 2-3 people. So, and then spray, always spray. You spray your brushes because they have atomizers, spray it and wipe, yeah? After the shoot, you have to go and clean them, sanitize everything for the next show or client. We talked about different skin types with the makeup. So I believe there are a lot of mistakes being done because of lack of knowledge. Number one, when you're choosing makeup, you need to know what kind of makeup do I need because of the results I want to achieve. So different skin types, different makeup, meaning if I'm oily skin, I need a water-based foundation. If I need more coverage, that means I need a cream foundation or souffle, the mousse sort of, or I need a liquid foundation for sheer coverage, or now this technology has gone further. We're using metal on skin and we're doing mineral foundation. In fact, I wanted to emphasize because I don't think a lot of people, we're curious. We're just seeing makeup artists working, but we're not curious to know what's happening. But technology is changing every day. We have metal on skincare, that is microdermabrasion, that's laser on creams, yeah? Aluminium oxide is being used in the creams so that it can speed up the stimulating of the cells. Yeah. So you renew more cells, by shedding a lot of skin, yeah? So now we have it on makeup. We have mineral foundations, and mineral foundations are easy because number one, when you're talking about aging, they're using metal. Yeah, the formulation is simple. You can make your liquid foundation out of a mineral foundation and you can layer it to whatever coverage. We're watching TV and seeing all these celebrities walking out, flawless finish. And I can tell you the secret is the application of the makeup, what makeup you're using and how you're applying it. The applicators, I always say, number one, they're key. How do we use the applicators? So if you want to have professional finish, number one, what makeup do we choose? I can give, for example, for aging, mature skin and your busy lifestyle, go for the mineral foundations now. Liquid foundations are good for sheer coverage. And because they are also hiding a lot of skin imperfections, they will reduce age because they are camouflage and also illuminating. So that means the light will shine on your face and it will bounce back. So you see less imperfection. Yeah?
All right, that will be it for this week's episode of the Skin Therapy Show. Thank you so much for joining us. Please do not forget to get in touch with us on our social media pages. That is Facebook, The Skin Therapy Show, Instagram and Twitter at The Skin Therapy Show. And of course, a big thank you to our guest for the day, Mrs. Zoe Muller. Thank you so much. We hope to see you very soon. You're always giving us those important tips that we need to have them both at home and at our workplaces.
You're welcome, Sarah. Thank you. It's my pleasure being here.
Okay.
And I hope they apply the tips.
Yes, of course they will. From us at the Skin Therapy Show, we say good night.